You're posting consistently, you're getting views, maybe even engagement, but when it comes to sales, leads and signups, nothing. And the frustrating part is you're doing everything right. You're providing value, you're showing up and you're staying consistent. So why isn't it converting? Because content doesn't convert based on how good it is. It converts based on who you attract, how you build trust, and how you guide people to take action. And even if just one of those is missing, your content won't convert. In this video, I'll break down exactly why that's happening and how to fix it. Hi, I'm Nosheen. I'm a digital marketing consultant and I help businesses grow through social media. One of the biggest misconceptions I see is this. People think more content equals more sales. But in reality, you don't have a content problem. You have a conversion problem. So let's fix it. If your content gets views but no sales, you're not attracting buyers, you're attracting attention. And that's where a lot of businesses go wrong. They're creating content like creators instead of creating content like a business. And there's a difference. Creators are rewarded for views, engagement, and reach. Businesses need leads, conversions, and sales. But many businesses are copying what works for creators, posting relatable, entertaining, and highly shareable content, and then wonder why it's not driving revenue. Because attention doesn't always equal intent. A creator can go viral and win. A business can go viral and still make no money. That's the difference. So when your content is too broad or too focused on engagement, you attract people who enjoy your content but were never going to buy from you in the first place. Start treating your content like a conversion tool, not just a visibility tool. That means speaking to specific problems, calling out specific people, and creating content that filters, not just attracts. Ask yourself, would someone who watches this be more likely to buy or just scroll? If it's the second one, your content is optimized for attention, not conversion. Remember, creators chase attention, businesses should chase intent. Before you assume your content isn't working, you need to understand this. Most people don't buy the first time they see you. In fact, it typically takes between 7 to 20 touch points before someone trusts a brand enough to make a purchase. And with how much content people consume daily, that number is often even higher. Because people aren't just evaluating your offer, they're asking, do I trust you? Do you understand my problem? Can you actually help me? And that doesn't happen from just one post. It happens through repeated exposure. People naturally begin to trust and prefer what they see more often. But here's the mistake. Most people either give up too early because they don't see instant results, or they stay consistent but don't improve their messaging.
In the beginning, yeah.
So yes, consistency matters, but repetition without refinement doesn't lead to conversions. Remember, visibility gets you seen. Repetition builds trust. Trust drives sales. Giving more value doesn't always lead to more sales. This is where a lot of brands and creators get stuck. You're sharing tips, you're educating, you're providing value, but your audience just watches, learns, and moves on because information alone doesn't drive action. In fact, it can do the opposite. When people learn something new, they often feel like they can do it themselves, even if they can't execute it properly. So instead of creating buyers, you've created informed spectators. And on top of that, your content feels comfortable. It's easy to watch, it's easy to agree with, but there's no tension, there's no urgency, there's no reason to act. Shift from just teaching to leading and challenging. Don't just show people what to do. Show them what they're doing wrong and why it's harder than it looks. So instead of saying, here's how to write a cold email, say why your cold emails aren't getting replies even though you're doing everything right. Now you've created tension. Now they're thinking, wait, that's me. People don't act when they're informed. They act when they feel a gap. And your content should highlight that gap. If someone finishes your content and doesn't know what to do next, they won't do anything. But it's not just about adding a call to action. Most businesses are expecting people to go from watching content straight to buying. And that's a huge jump.
Oh my God, you for real?
Especially when most people need multiple touch points before they trust you. So if your only strategy is watch my content, buy my offer, you're losing the majority of your potential customers. What you should be doing instead is guiding people into a simple simple sales funnel. Instead of asking for a sale straight away, you offer them something valuable for free in exchange for their contact details. This could be a free training, a guide, a mini checklist, a strategy, something that's of value that will actually help them. So this works for multiple different reasons. Number one, it lowers resistance. It's easier for someone to say yes to something that's free than to immediately invest money. Number two, it allows you to nurture and retarget. Once somebody is in your ecosystem, you're no longer relying on the algorithm. So this is where you have now moved your prospective buyers from a rented platform, which is social media, to your own platform, which is your sales funnel. You can now follow up, build trust, and guide them towards a decision over time. Your content shouldn't just aim to convert, it should aim to capture and nurture, because that's how real businesses scale. So instead of work with me, link in bio, say if you want a content strategy that actually converts, I put together a free training guide that breaks it down step by step, and you can access it through the link in my bio. Now you're not just pushing for a sale, you're creating a pathway. So your content gets attention, your funnel captures it. So if your content isn't converting, it usually comes down to this. You're attracting attention, not buyers. People need multiple touch points before they trust you. You're educating without creating action. And the last one, you're not guiding people into a system that nurtures them. Fix these and your content won't just perform. It will start working for your business. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Leave me a comment below to let me know what video you want me to make next. That's all for now.